Hello, ladies and gentlemen, again. So this is going to be a new serial, very short one, but the most interesting. I promise you, you've watched yet from me in the channel, because well, it will be quite clear, revealing everything, and it took me quite some time. So please watch it till the end. I think there will be 2 or 3 parts. I mean, maybe I will combine it in one part. I didn't decide yet. But as in a good movie, at some point, everything, at the end of the day, you will understand that everything starts to make sense and gets into one picture. Why I'm telling it so confidently? Because, well, for me everything was pretty clear. Of course, I mean, some time ago already, because obviously in my previous serials and in my previous videos I was not telling by far everything what I have, what kind of information and footage and so on. So this will be the one when I will try to tell you, not completely in full, there is more, but much more than you have learned earlier about this case with Dania Naroditsky. Well, let me start, so be patient. I will try to be as compact as possible, but some things will be important to explain in details. So first of all, what happened? That as you maybe know already, on Tuesday, a few days ago, Dania Naroditsky, I'm absolutely convinced, in collaboration with some forces, because it looked too strange and sophisticated somehow to make it on your own, but that's my guess. So they tried to make a certain charade circus during Title Tuesday, when Dania was behaving in a very strange way, kind of half hiding the third monitor, then actually trying to pretend it's not there. So I mean, makes absolutely no sense, doesn't prove anything, doesn't, very strange. And I think the only reason for it was to try to trap me to that I accuse directly Dania, and then then all these Gothams and Hikarus will immediately jump on me. They did it anyway, because I guess they were prepared for it, but I didn't accuse Dania in cheating, obviously. Just that his behavior was so strange and absurd that, okay, it was really suspicious to anyone actually who was watching it. So, but then he explained with a proud that actually it was a kind of prank. Okay, so you think, guys, you're very clever. Well, who knows who is more clever. Now it's my turn in this spectacle. So yesterday there was a conversation in Levitov YouTube channel with Dania Naroditsky and Ilya Levitov. Actually, first I was invited. At least Levitov told me that Naroditsky agreed that I will be there. Then, like one day before, evening before, he informed me that he doesn't agree to it. Finally, they let me in at some point in this. I mean, all I wanted is to get some footage, some very important footage and very important confirmation on camera of Dania of how his setup looks like, how does he switch on the engine, etc., etc. I mean, in this particular case, when you remember when he did it during speedrun competition. So that is what I was playing a bit of a fool, but okay, I will explain you everything. I got everything I wanted to get, and now my kind of research is full, basically everything what I needed to have, I have. So now I'm ready to explain you the whole story. So first part of it will be actually about a very, very strange thing which nobody probably cared about, I mean understood, but in fact Dania so far, he showed twice his setup. Once I think on his Twitch channel while streaming. So he said, okay, now I want to show you the setup which I have. And yesterday as well. And the funny thing if you can call it funny, that actually those are two different rooms and two different setups. And Danya, what is the most interesting in all this, that he forgets to mention in each of these videos that actually he is having another room and completely another setup as well. So yesterday he forgot, as at least I checked the whole stream, I didn't notice that he is mentioning that actually it's not the only setup he has and not the only room he is streaming from. And the same, I didn't notice any mention in his previous one few days ago when he is showing his setup that actually it's not the only setup he has. That is already in itself, I mean, extremely dubious, and well, it actually shows a lot about it, because I mean, about his role in this whole story, his sincere victim style explanations, his openness. I mean, basically he is just I'm sorry, but this is manipulation. Well, of course, I'm sure he will pretend now that it was it was accidental, not done on purpose, but we all understand that it's very strange to sit in two different rooms, two different setups, and not to mention each time that actually it's not the only setup he has. Okay, let's go. Let's see now the first video, this one. First I will check if my camera works. Let me see. I think it works. 1 second. Yeah. Okay, let's go. Let's go. I will just, 1 second, I will just check if I'm not... Yeah, let's do it in this way, because then you can also see, I mean, my video here of me will not be disturbing. So Danya here is, okay, first as usual, as he is usually doing, playing a victim, explaining how bad I am, all these lies about me. And now I will prove you, I will show you my setup. Well, here, so let's see now, and I will just explain you will see it very clearly that he is showing one setup, and in the next video he is showing completely other setup, not mentioning this. Okay, let's go.
I just want to start by quickly showing my room.
Yeah.
The room that I stream from now and stream from then.
Yeah, the room that I stream from now and stream from them. Why not to mention that Danya, that you have another room where you are streaming quite often from there?
In general, I don't like sharing more than what you guys see, but this is...
You see, by the way, here the back is not visible. Why? Because then it will be very obvious. But anyway, it's very obvious. It's 100% that it's not the same room. But okay, then he made it like unclear that you cannot really immediately understand that those two rooms are very different.
An exception, and this is not like a particularly remarkable room. Mm-hmm. But first I'll start, and I'm happy to install a camera behind me so you can see the monitors.
Yeah, but you never did still. Yeah, very interesting. Okay.
Don't worry, I will not dox myself. But just very, very quickly to lay the groundwork, I'm streaming from a laptop, and one thing that I do not remember is sometimes I have the chessboard in front.
Well, I want to tell you that Danny is answering my video where I showed his two games against me and against Wesley, so both were kind of suspicious to my understanding, I mean eye movements and so on, and Danny, it's not clear which one he's responding to. I guess the one against me, which he played from the laptop. This is very obvious, very clear by the camera position. He actually admits it here. But actually the second one was played from another room, another setup. And yeah, so that is kind of strange. I mean, he's seemingly answering my video, so both rooms, but actually they were playing from different rooms, different setups, which he never mentions.
In front of me on the laptop. And to the left of me is a monitor, as I'll show you in a second. And on that monitor is the chat and usually the actual OBS. I had a stretch where I inverted the two. I had the monitor in front of me and the laptop to the side. I even once tried having the board to my left. But back in that stream, I had the board directly in front of me. I just don't remember if it was the laptop or monitor, but I'm pretty sure it was the laptop given the angles.
Yeah, that's a bit kind of strange that you don't remember. I mean, you should first of all should remember. It also leaves some space maybe for maneuver, but in fact it's pretty clear, because later he's showing here is my laptop, here's my camera, And okay, I'm playing from here, and that game, it was obvious by the position of the camera, which was pretty much down, that it was a laptop. So again, very murky explanation. I mean, it's kind of according to your words, Danya. It's very obvious from where you are playing why you are like not, leaving it. It looks like leaving some space to tell them the different things. I'm sorry, but okay. Anyways, this is just the example. He will show now the room. You will see it, and then I will prove you that yesterday he was doing it from totally different room.
I have the purple backlight behind me. You'll see it, and that's basically all you have to know. My webcam is sitting on top of the laptop, so
now he's sitting on the position of the laptop, and it's very clear that actually he played against me, at least from there.
I'll show you where it's located. And the room is basically exactly as it was back then. There's nothing else added to the room other than some wires and cords.
Okay.
And again, using a slightly different monitor, but my old monitor is here as well, and I'm happy to use it. Here's the room. So I'm sitting on this chair. But
yeah, so now he's showing this room, and everything will be clear that it's one of the rooms.
1 second, let me just make sure I don't have any sensitive information on let me make sure I close Stockfish. Here is, just a second, guys. Make sure that I be doubly sure. But first, you can see that I'm slightly using a different mic. I still have the Blue Yeti, but this is the mic I usually use.
Okay.
You can see that.
Yeah, so you can see the room now, the monitor.
Here is OBS, which is open right now. This is on the monitor to my left.
Yeah, okay.
But normally, when I was playing Title Tuesday, I would have this open right now, the chat open right now.
Okay.
This is the chat.
Not the most
again,
important.
the font size might have been slightly different.
The most
But
important
it's a monitor.
is when
Then
he shows
to the
this
right of the
laptop.
monitor is my actual laptop.
Yeah, so you see the setup: big monitor, big computer, desktop, and laptop. Totally different setup that he showed yesterday, and yeah, you see how low is the and he was playing from there. I mean, it's a different level, yeah, different heights. So okay,
Here's the chessboard, chess.com. I have nothing else open other than Spotify and settings. I'll close settings.
Okay, basically you can continue this video. I mean, it's from his stream, and well, he's showing some more the room. Then, by the way, there is a strange thing that at some point some computer monitor standing on the floor. He says that it's just like standing there. Well, I don't know, but anyways. But the main point is that, and then, by the way, when he played also Title Tuesday, the last one, the early Title Tuesday, he was clearly playing it from this room, very obvious, because he also made this footage from this computer which was staying on a chair, and this footage clearly shows that it's the same room. And now, and he forgets to mention that it's by far, I mean, it's not his only setup. And actually, yeah, so quite a number of Title Tuesday and streams in general he's doing from another setup also. And that one he showed yesterday. It was here, just briefly I will show you exactly here during the stream. He didn't mention a word that actually those are two different setups, two different rooms. That is already, again, as I tell you, I mean, it's extremely dubious. But then you will understand everything. I mean, at the end of the story, you understand everything, why it's done, and so on. So here, he started to show, it was in Russian, he started to show his setup. I asked him, yeah, because I found a good reason about I took a moment of his glance. Actually, I can tell you in advance, it was not really what I wanted to know. In fact, but okay, if they behave like this with me, I also can trick a little. If they think they're so clever. So I wanted him to show the setup and to show how he was, installing the moves on the chess base, which fortunately Danya helped me a lot, he did. So let's see now, and it's very obvious, first of all, this thing. I mean, the room is different. That is, it's a different room and totally different setup. Again, now we will see, he's showing it. And those are different computers, obviously. I mean, much more spacious room. And now he is trying to show his camera, yeah. I mean, here he will start to show, yeah. And you see, it's a different room, obviously. Big computer, big one monitor and another big monitor. A desk is everything is different, and the room is different. So, I mean, absolutely no doubt that this is a completely different setup and room. Yeah. So this is the first point, and actually quite important because. I mean, it's why he's trying, I'm sorry to confuse, maybe not on purpose. I don't know, there can be different opinions, but why he's showing, why he's doing it like this, why he's not mentioning each time that actually it's only one of possible. And even if you see his streams, it's also very clear that from time to time he plays from this room, from time to time from that room. So this confusion may be something which people didn't notice. But actually it explains a lot. A lot of things which I'm going to tell you about in my next part 2.